session today. So I'd like to welcome you all to our brand new advanced tech training for today, titled Timeless Fun, a Senior Game Social. So we're going to be learning about some games today and also playing some games together. And again, I really appreciate your participation in our session today. I'm going to read our disclaimer before we get started. All right. The WildTech DC Senior Digital Equity Program is owners and presenters offer technical assistance, virtual health, well-being information designed for educational purposes only. You should not rely on the information, any apps or topics made by WildTech, including but not limited to mobile device applications and any social media pages maintained by WildTech, its owners or presenters as a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, treatment, or legal advice. Thank you so much for letting me read the disclaimer. If you cannot see me, hear me, please let me know in the chat. I would appreciate that. Let's make sure to keep our TVs and cell phones in mind so we can give ourselves the most immersive experience. And as always, make sure you take notes and or screenshots so you can review the information for later. But this will be on our YouTube channel, so you can review and replay it as much as you'd like. Today, we're going to be going over some history of favorites, so maybe your favorite games. You may learn something new about them. We'll be covering 3 games/apps today, Yahtzee with Buddies Dice, Wordscape's Solitaire, and a trivia quiz knowledge game, and of course have our overview and discussion. So thank you so much for joining. Going to keep things pretty casual today, watch some videos, game, so on and so forth. So first up, please raise your hand in Zoom if you enjoy bingo, if you love bingo, if you play it now. My friend plays it now with some of her friends. So she always has a lot of fun and they do prizes. I loved going with her sometimes. The prizes, there's some household items or, you know, tickets, tons of fun. So I love all kinds of bingo. I love when you have to cover the whole bingo card, or when you play with multiple bingos cards at one time. That one's really fun. So yeah, so we have some bingo lovers. So let's learn a little bit about the history of bingo and any quick thoughts afterwards, okay?
Bingo was first played in the United States in 1929 when New York toy salesman Edward S. Lowe began taking it around the country. Bingo was originally played in county fairs, and players put beans on their bingo cards to mark them when the numbers were called. When a player won, they called out "Beano!" One day, an excited player mistakenly yelled out "Bingo!" instead. The name stuck throughout that night, and Lowe decided to go with it. After all, it was a better name for his game. A Catholic church in Pennsylvania was the first to use bingo as a fundraiser for the church. The game really caught on as a fellowship and a fundraising tool for churches. By 1934, there were 10,000 bingo games being played weekly in the United States. Today, over $90 million is played every week in bingo games around the United States, thus making bingo the most popular board game in the nation. Edward S. Lowe, however, could not imagine just how popular his game of Beano would become. With the proliferation of the internet, an exciting new game of bingo was born. Quick play, flashing lights, online slots and video poker, deposit bonuses, massive jackpots. It's bingo played on the internet, but still with the features that made the original game of Beano so popular: friends and fun. And if you're looking for fun, the most fun you can find playing bingo is by joining the fun on the Bingo Boat. BingoBoat.com offers $10 free.
Yep, so essentially that is a short but very interesting history of bingo. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed that video and learned how it came to be popular. So any quick thoughts on bingo before our next video? I do see we got Geraldine, you got your hand up. Any thoughts on video?
Well, I intended to lower my hand. But I will say this, you know, games used to be sold by salesmen going around from door to door. And I think some games are still sold by by salesmen. I see that on the on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were sold by people going around, you know, as opposed to in the store. They might have been in the store too, but people went around like the Fuller Brush Company. They went around door to door selling brushes. And I think games are like that too.
Thank you so much. I didn't think of that as of them selling board games, you know, door to door. So thank you so much. I didn't realize that. Thank you. Hey Denise, again, any quick thoughts on bingo on the video?
Yeah, I just see how now I see how bingo was played in Catholic churches. Because I kept
Mm-hmm.
wondering why are they gambling in the Catholic Church? Now I see where it came from. And you
Yeah.
know, Catholic Church, the only one churches that do have you know, game playing with winning money, bingo, because other churches don't do that, as far as I know. Only Catholic churches was doing it.
Yes, thank you so much. I had learned that from as well from the video. So about the history and you sharing what you shared now, everything makes sense. So I really appreciate that, Denise. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
thank you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Really appreciate your hands and lowering them and muting yourselves. I really appreciate that, you guys. Okay. Our next one is a brief history of chess, and then we'll go into our first app today. Okay. So hope you guys enjoy this different style video, and I learned quite a bit. So I hope you all do as well.
The attacking infantry advances steadily, their elephants already having broken the defensive line. The king tries to retreat, but enemy cavalry flanks him from the rear. Escape is impossible. But this isn't a real war, nor is it just a game. Over the roughly 1.5 millennia of its existence, chess has been known as a tool of military strategy, a metaphor for human affairs, and a benchmark of genius. While our earliest records of chess are in the 7th century, legend tells that the game's origins lie a century earlier. Supposedly, when the youngest prince of the Gupta Empire was killed in battle, his brother devised a way of representing the scene to their grieving mother. Set on the 8x8 Ashtapada board used for other popular pastimes, a new game emerged with 2 key features: different rules for moving different types of pieces, and a single king piece whose fate determined the outcome. The game was originally known as Chaturanga, a Sanskrit word for 4 divisions, but with its spread to Sassanid Persia, it acquired its current name and terminology, chess, derived from Shah, meaning king, and checkmate from Shahmot, or the king is helpless. After the 7th century Islamic conquest of Persia, chess was introduced to the Arab world. Transcending its role as a tactical simulation, it eventually became a rich source of poetic imagery. Diplomats and courtiers used chess terms to describe political power. Ruling caliphs became avid players themselves, and historian Al-Masudi considered the game a testament to human free will compared to games of chance. Medieval trade along the Silk Road carried the game to East and Southeast Asia, where many local variants developed. In China, chess pieces were placed at intersections of board squares rather than inside them, as in the native strategy game Go. The reign of Mongol leader Tamerlane saw an 11x10 board with safe squares called citadels, and in Japanese shogi, captured pieces could be used by the opposing player. But it was in Europe that chess began to take on its modern form. By 1000 AD, the game had become part of courtly education. Chess was used as an allegory for different social classes performing their proper roles, and the pieces were reinterpreted in their new context. At the same time, the church remained suspicious of games. Moralists cautioned against devoting too much time to them, with chess even being briefly banned in France. Yet the game proliferated, and the 15th century saw it cohering into the form we know today. the relatively weak piece of advisor was recast as a more powerful queen, perhaps inspired by the recent surge of strong female leaders. This change accelerated the game's pace, and as other rules were popularized, treatises analyzing common openings and endgames appeared. Chess theory was born. With the Enlightenment era, the game moved from royal courts to coffee houses. Chess was now seen as an expression of creativity, encouraging bold moves and dramatic plays. This romantic style reached its peak in the immortal game of 1851, where Adolf Ondersinn managed a checkmate after sacrificing his queen and both rooks. But the emergence of formal competitive play in the late 19th century meant that strategic calculation would eventually trump dramatic flair. And with the rise of international competition, chess took on a new geopolitical importance. During the Cold War, the Soviet Union devoted great resources to cultivating chess talent, dominating the championships for the rest of the century. But the player who would truly upset Russian dominance was not a citizen of another country, but an IBM computer called Deep Blue. Chess-playing computers had been developed for decades, but Deep Blue's triumph over Garry Kasparov in 1997 was the first time a machine had defeated a sitting champion. Today, chess software is capable of consistently defeating the best human players. But just like the game they've mastered, these machines are products of human ingenuity, and perhaps that same ingenuity will guide us out of this apparent checkmate. Did you know that the treadmill was originally designed to be a torture device? Learn more about its dark and twisted past with this video.
Wow, my goodness. I learned so much about chess just now that I didn't know and how important it is in world history. Any thoughts on the video before our first app today? Please raise your hand. We'd love to hear from you. Anything new that you learned or anything that shocked you or interested you? Take one or two hands. Okay, Denise, thank you so much for sharing again.
Yeah, my daughter's father showed me how to play chess, but it's been years ago. I kind of forgot, but I remember the pieces: the king, the bishop, the knights, and is it another one?
Yeah, there's quite a few chess pieces there.
Yeah, and it's a very good game. It's a concentration game, and it's it's hard to me, but it's fun once you learn how. But I forgot.
Yeah, we actually went over a chess 3D app, so I would definitely check out one of our old YouTube videos on games. And then you can see how that is. But there's a ton of apps on the App Store for that, so you can also take advantage. But there's a lot of resources.
Yeah, because that game can go on for hours and hours.
In a way, but when you first start off, you just gotta learn what you can learn, just like with the iPad. And if you keep trying and be consistent, you can definitely maybe find a new pastime. So I would definitely try to check out that video and those apps. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for letting me stay. Oh, also one about what's her name? Oh God, what's her name? Loretta? No, not Loretta. You remember? What's her name? Lynette. Remember she did a presentation for us?
I do. As soon as you said her name, that's what makes me remind me of her. So yes, that was a great session. I think that's on our YouTube channel too, maybe. So maybe check that out as well. Okay.
Okay. Thanks for letting me share that.
My pleasure, niece. Thank you so much. All right. Any other last thoughts on chess? Any chess players on the call? Any thoughts? Again, I learned about Deep Blue. I already knew about Deep Blue, but I knew about Garry Kasparov because of a TV show that I like to watch. So again, the pieces of the puzzle are coming together. You learn one thing one day, and then a month later you may learn something else. I love that. So I hope you learned something new about something you may have already known through the history of chess. Okay. So thank you so much. All right. So our first video today, first game, but we'll watch this and then we'll watch our app is Yahtzee. Okay, that will be our first app for today. So let's look at the history of Yahtzee and then let's play some Yahtzee together. Okay. Hope you all enjoy. If you like Yahtzee, please raise your hand in Zoom, or if
Yahtzee
you've
is
heard
a
of it
game
before.
that has changed through the years, but still
And if you've played Yahtzee before, if you want to learn about Yahtzee, if you enjoy the game, please raise your hand in Zoom.
remains popular today. From its accidental creation, Yahtzee has been played by families all over the world. Yahtzee was invented in 1956 by an unknown couple from Canada out sailing on their yacht with friends. To pass the time, the couple invented a dice game and called this game Yacht. Yacht was so popular with their friends that they wanted to find someone to make gift sets to share with all of them. The couple approached Edwin S. Lowe, a toy maker who had made a fortune selling bingo games, and asked him to make these gift sets for their friends. Lowe realized the fun of the game and offered to make them 1,000 gift sets in exchange for the rights. The couple agreed, and Lowe began marketing the game after changing the name from Yacht to Yahtzee. In the beginning, his marketing was unsuccessful. He was not able to accurately illustrate the game through his advertising campaign. To rectify this problem, Lowe began having Yahtzee parties, encouraging people to see what the game was all about. Due to its popularity, sales began to climb, and Lowe became very successful with the game of Yahtzee. Yahtzee is played with 5 dice. Each player rolls and then decides which dice to keep and which to roll again. Each player has 3 rolls total. The scorecard has 13 boxes, and each player must decide which box to enter their score in. Rolling a Yahtzee, which is 5 of the same dice, is worth 50 points. The player with the highest score total of all boxes at the end of the game wins. The popularity of this game remains high even today. Special deluxe editions can be found. Not only is the game played with 5 dice, but it has become available electronically. Yahtzee can be found on CD-ROMs, handheld devices, online, apps that can be downloaded to a person's phone, and on gaming systems like Xbox 360. Yahtzee is played with groups of people for fun, gambling, and can be used in classrooms to teach math. Yahtzee has also been made to play outdoors. The dice are made out of wood and measure 4 inches by 4 inches. The scoring is the same as the original Yahtzee. A good game of Yahtzee can bring families together, challenge a single player, or help a young mathematician practice his skills. Yahtzee is not just a game of the past, but continues to be a popular game of today.
Wow, I didn't know about Yahtzee, but that sounds like a super fun family activity. So, maybe one day I'll see if my friends and I would like to play that together because it seems fun. But yeah, Yahtzee. This is the app that we're gonna go over today and play together. Yahtzee with Buddies Dice. Are you ready to master your dice rolling skills and challenge your friends and family to some friendly competition? However you spell it. This app is the game for you to test your luck, try out these strategy skills, and win big rewards. So again, this app is in our daily email. You can tap it, takes you straight to the link and to the App Store. But if you want to yourself, you can go to the App Store. You can also just follow along as well. And you're gonna hit this search button, which is the magnifying glass. And then once you're at this screen, you hit it again, and you'll be able to type in what you want to search for. You can do that, or you can just simply hit the bar where it says games, apps, stories, and more. So either way to access this, you're going to type in Yahtzee with buddies. So I see here one of the results. I can just tap on it so I don't have to type it fully out. And it's right here at the top right-hand side, Yahtzee with buddies dice. So over 200,000 ratings, very popular game. And you can read the reviews, similar apps that you might like. Here in this section, you can share the app. So you see the share button on the right-hand side, that square with the arrow. That's how you share this app with others. So you can either mail it, iMessage it, etc. But I'm going to copy the link and I am going to paste it here in the Zoom chat for you all. Okay, so here I tapped where I'm typing, hit paste. There you go. So if you tap on the link, it should take you straight to the app here in the App Store. So let's open Yahtzee with Buddies Dice and see how to play. Okay, we're gonna have a ton of fun today. So yeah, Yahtzee with Buddies. Make sure you follow any prompts you see on the screen. So I'm gonna hit I agree, terms of service. Again, when you see this screen, allow Yahtzee to track your activity across apps or websites. So you can get more personalized apps. So you can choose either one. I'm going to hit ask app not to track, but it's really up to you, okay? Because there are going to be maybe an ad or two here or there for, you know, these 3 apps, okay? So I'm going to hit play, okay? All right, and then any prompts, again, you see it says Yahtzee would like to send you notifications. So you need to be notified, sure. In case I need to be notified about anything for the app, I'm going to hit allow. Okay, so now it's downloading. And let's go into, but yes, this is an app you can play right here on your iPad, which is, again, so much fun. I love it. And I hope you all do as well. So I love that they have the tutorial, or you can say I've played before, but let's hit learn to play, okay? So this is how you play, learn to save the dice. So first we're gonna roll, just like before. Again, no physical pieces needed. We're just, you know, using our iPad. So you tap dice to save your next roll, okay? Because you got 3 rolls, okay? So let's save, it says, let's save those 2 5s. So we're gonna save those and we're gonna roll the other 3, okay? So let's roll again. All right, you rolled another 5. Let's save that one too. So it looks like we're going for a Yahtzee. So let's hit roll. Okay, so we got 4 5s. So yes, this is how it works. So we're gonna select 5s, okay? We're just following the tutorial, okay? And because there's 4 5s, you know, 5 plus 5 plus 5 is 20. Okay, that's why we got 20 points for the 5s. Okay, so let's take another turn. So again, just showcasing how to play, okay? Yeah, so it's recommending we say, you know, this is the tutorial, right? Let's save those 2 2s. Let's roll again. Nothing useful to save, roll again. Okay, that's true. There we go. So now we got 3 2s, so that's 6 points. And it's telling us to do that. We could do 5. Well, no, because we already did 5, right? You can only select each category once, or we could do 1 and just get 1 point. But no, let's get 6 points, more points. Okay, and you keep going. So maybe those 2 4s. Again, you want Yahtzee because that gives you the most points. You're always looking to get the Yahtzees, but look at some of these other combinations. Here's another 4. There we go. We got Yahtzee. The right section of the scoreboard contains high value combos. Yep, submit your score, tap play. You can tap more about each of the categories just by tapping on them. So what's a large straight? So it's 5 dice in a sequence. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. You can keep practicing, or I'm ready to play. Let's keep practicing real quick. So, a small straight. So 4 dice in a sequence. So that's a little easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 3, 4, 5, 6. That makes sense, right? 4 dice in a sequence. Yeah, 4 of a kind, pretty self-explanatory. So 4 of any number, 3 of any kind, 3 of any number. And then you have your individual ones. So how many ones, and then multiply how many of that result you get. And this is chance. Here, any combination. So this is like a wild. So if you get like 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, or whatever, and all of those are selected on the left, you could do a chance. It's just any combination, okay? So let's do one more example. Yep, 1, 2, 3, not far from a straight. Yep, so 1, 2, 3. So we need a 4 and maybe a 5. So we could do a small or a large straight, okay? There's the 4. And yep, you rolled a 4 for a small straight. Save these 4 and roll your last die to try for a large straight. And we got it. Those 40 points. A small straight is 30 points. Yeah, and if you score 63 or higher in the left section and earn a bonus of 35 points. So if you get 63 points on the left hand side, we get 35 extra points. So let's skip this section, okay? And let's go into actually playing Yahtzee with buddies. So let's play a game. We have different different play modes you can do, which is fun. So let's play. Okay. Again, you can all unmute and let's play together. Okay, so this is Dice World. This is playing against the computer, essentially. Okay, so yes. So we see what they got. They got 10 for that. So let's roll. What should we save? Do you want to save any of these? Again, you all can unmute and share what you think. So what do you think we should save?
Save the 2s.
Yeah, save the 2s because we want to go for Yahtzee, right? Because that's the
Right.
highest point value. So we're always trying to get to Yahtzee, but you know, we're gonna do something really close. Yeah. So again, you all can unmute and share. Oh, thank you so much, Geraldine. All right, 1, 6, and a 5. So we got one roll left. What do you think we should do? Should we save any of them or roll all of them? What do you think?
I say still save the 2s because you might get a 2
Mm-hmm.
up. So save the 2s and roll 3.
Yep, good. Yep. Again, you all can unmute and share as well. So please, let's all have fun. Okay, so look, this, even though we did a tutorial, look, want a better throw? Try a bonus roll. So yes, free. So look at that. What did that do? We had
It took
another.
away
4,
one
5,
of the
6.
2s.
Yeah, we did, but now we have 4, 5,
5 and 6.
But so do you want to get 4 points for the 2 2s, or do you want to get the 6 maybe for the 1 6? I personally think we should do the 2 2s because 6 you could get more points with like 2 6s versus like 2 4s or 2 2s. You see? So I think we should save that. So let's play it, and we'll try better for next time. Again, you all can unmute and share. So yeah, that's what they got. They got 2 6s, so they chose that one, and we can always get help by choosing this. So let's roll again. Okay. Wow. So what do we have
3,
here?
4, 5, 6. 3, 4,
Yes.
5, 6.
And what is that? That's a small straight,
Small
right?
straight.
Because that's 4 dice in a sequence. So 3, 4,
4,
5, 6.
5 and 6.
So if we want a large straight, which one do we need to get?
You need to get a 2.
Right, because that's so we already had small, but we want to go for the large, and we got 2 more rolls. So let's see if we can get that 2. Okay, so let's do it once. Oh, we got it.
You got
We
it.
got it.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah, and you see, I can choose any of them. You can see what point value we'll get. I can put it in 1. I'll just get 0 points, and that would be silly, but I could do that. But yes, 40 points. I could do small but large. It's hard to get all 5 in a row within 3 rolls. We got it in 2. So yeah, we got that large straight. Okay. And you see, again, they play 12 on 4s. So far we see our points. We got to beat them, okay? So it's 44 versus 34. So let's try again. Oh, wow. What is this called right here? This is
1, 2, 3. 3 times 4.
So again, what is there? There's a pair and there's a 3. What is that called?
Is that a straight? I don't know.
It's a full house.
Oh,
There.
full
3 of a
house.
kind.
3 of a kind and a pair, right? Yes, that's a full house. And look at that. We got that right here. Isn't that amazing? on the first
Mm.
roll.
Mm.
So we might as well just play it. We don't have to keep rolling, right?
Yeah, play that.
Yeah, and you see those are worth 25. So 20, this is worth 25, small straights are worth 30, large straights are worth 40, and Yahtzee is worth 50. So yes, wow, that's what are the chances? What are the chances of that, right? Yep, they only got 2 points. So far we are killing it. All right, what do we got here?
Oh, shoot, you got it. 5 and
You
a
got
5.
two pair. You got two
Two,
pair.
two pairs.
Yeah.
Two
2
pairs.
and 2, 5 and 5.
So here's the well, look. Do we save the 2 twos or do we save the 2 fives?
Say
Two
the two
fives.
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 Yes, because we already have something for the twos on the left-hand side, right? So it's better to do the fives, try to get Yahtzee, and we'll still get 10 points even if we don't get any other fives. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So let's roll again. Oh, look at that. We get
We got another
far.
5.
We got
So-
3 fives.
Yeah, so
fives.
far we have 3 of a kind, right?
3 of a
Mhm.
kind.
Yeah, so let's see if we can do another. Yep, if I put that now, that'll be 20 points for 3 of a kind. But let's roll and let's see if we can get a yes. Okay, 3 and a 6. Oh well, I'll take 3 of a kind, right? I'll take that.
3 of a
3 of a
kind.
kind. Yeah.
Yeah.
24 points.
Always try to do the right hand side. You know those harder ones first. Okay. So yeah, so you can get the most points. All right. They got Yahtzee, but we're still in the lead. So
Yeah, we
that's
are.
fun. Yeah. Okay. So what do we do in this situation?
Oh, the one
Say
getting
the
3.
the 2 threes.
But that's good. And then just one more thought. Well, we want to get small straight too. So that's 4 in a row. So we do got 2, 3, and a 5, but we also got 3, 5, and 6. So we only
6.
need a 4 for a small straight. So that's just the question that we got to ask ourselves in playing. Do you want to go for the Yahtzee or do you want to go for the small straight and have a little more chance of getting it?
Okay, go
Small
for
straight.
the small straight.
Small straight.
Okay, good. That either way is fine. That's a strategy you got to think. Hey, do you want to go for Yahtzee and go for the big butts, or
Yeah.
try to go for something a little more attainable? But this is a fun game either way. So, but let's do strategy. So let's do if you want the 4, so let's do 3, 5, and 6, and let's go for 4. Can you all see I'm selecting it, right? Woo,
Yeah,
there we
we
go.
got it.
What
So
do you got?
We got it. 4.
3, 4, 5, 6.
5 and 6.
Uh-huh,
So
yeah,
we got a
and
small,
That's 4.
small straight. We got
small
it. Yeah.
straight.
Yeah. Even if we try to go for large, it doesn't matter because we already did the large one. So let's play it. Yeah. So again, y'all liking the game?
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Yeah.
And, once you know the categories and once you know what you're looking for, you get a pretty good idea. So let's do a couple more. Okay. So we got 2, 5,
3, 5,
6,
6.
1, and a 3. So what do we save?
I think
2
3.
fives.
Because we haven't done the 5s on the left and we can try to go for Yahtzee. Okay, yes, good job. Let's roll again.
2, 6.
So let's, do we save the 2 5s or do we save the 2 6s and try again? What do you think? If we
I'm a
do the
gambler.
left-hand side, do we get the 5s or the 10s more? And you see which one would get more points?
Oh,
The
the 6.
The
sixes.
6s, right? So we could still try to go for
6s.
Yahtzee, if we get 3 other 6s. But yes, you see why we would try to do that, right? For more points either way, even if you get it or not. So let's roll one more time. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3. So yes,
1, 2, 3.
we could get 1 point. We could do 3 points. We could do 0, 0, or 12.
12.
12.
Yes. So yeah,
12.
like we could always do the chance and do 18, but that's like last resort because you could do anything. That's like the best one in a way, right? So let's do the 12. All right. And we just got a couple more. So they got 0 for the next one. There you can see their score on the right hand side.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That we already got the
1.
straight. So yes, we got all these. It's good because we have options. So which one do we save? There's only one that we save.
Well, We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, but we already did the large straight. Remember, we got 40
Oh,
points
Oh, you
already.
can't
okay.
do it
Yes.
again.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
no. You see, you can
Okay.
only you see they're differently colored because we already selected them. So yes, we can only do
Okay.
each one once. That comes the challenge. That's why you got to pick which one you want, right? So I
Okay.
say, which one dice do we save?
3.
And why did you pick 3?
That's the only one that's open.
Yeah, that's one that's
No,
open.
look on the left-hand side. So we have 1 open, we have 3, 4, and 5 is open. So out of all those, which one do you think we should pick for the highest score?
5.
Yes, because if you get, 3, then it was only 3, but if you have 5 open, it's more points if you get more 5s. So we'll save the 5 and let's roll. Oh wow, we got
Oh,
okay.
we got
So
4,
here-
4, 4.
So
We already
here's
got
another
4s.
here's another conundrum. So we still need 4 of a kind. So do we save the 3 4s and try to go for another 4, or try our luck with the 5?
No,
think?
save the 3 4s.
Yes, because we want to do the right hand side first before
Yeah.
the left. Good. Well, we didn't get it, but that's okay because we got 12 points with the 4s. So those 3 4s anyway, because we still need some 4s. So that's a-okay. So as you keep going through the game, you see we're probably gonna win through it. We're like about 50 points ahead. But I hope you guys like the game and I hope you enjoy.
Yeah,
Okay.
first
Yeah.
time I played that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this-
Yahtzee.
I
Thank
went
you all
down
so
those
much.
ones.
Yeah, they link to the app is in the chat, so make sure you all check that out. It's also in our daily email as well. So thank you all so much. So check out this app. If I was able to get through, let's see, just real quick, let me show you what you can do on the home screen. You can play against friends. So that's what someone wanted to do really bad, which is a lot of fun. So what you do is, after going through all the different screens, just make sure you check out throughout the app. The social button here at the bottom, you can invite folks, of course, over Facebook, but you can also just share and invite your friends so you can play against others. So if you hit that share button right here at the bottom left, that person icon, look at that. I can hit share right here. So it says Facebook friends, phone contacts, share. I can just hit share, and then I can share it as a mail. I can copy the link. I can mail it. I can iMessage it to someone else or message it to. So that's how you can play with others versus others, your friends on this app. Okay, so make sure you check this app out. All right, you guys. Okay, thank you so much. Give me a moment to get the session back up. But yeah, this was so much fun already. Again, I hope you guys enjoy Yahtzee. Let's see, going through, just to make sure. All right, so real quick, let's go to our next app, okay? Just to keep the fun going, Wordscapes Solitaire. So this is like a word game and a solitaire game in one. So if you like word games, if you like solitaire games, this is the app for you. You can, there's a unique word game adventure that challenges your brain. You can create words from the letter cards to score points and solve the puzzle. So if you like word and card games, this is the app for you. So let's go to Wordscapes Solitaire, okay? Now that Yahtzee was so fun. It's so much fun when you're playing, against an actual person, especially a friend as well. So that's a game you can play with others, which is so fun. So here's Wordscapes Solitaire. Again, very popular app, over 100,000 ratings. I'm gonna copy the link and share it with you all here in the chat, okay? So there's the Yahtzee game right here. Here is this Wordscapes Solitaire. So let's go into this app and see what it's all about, okay? Wordscapes Solitaire. The App Store has over 2 million apps, so many games, so many combinations. If you search for a word or a phrase of anything, there's probably an app for it or a game for it. So let's continue into Wordscapes Solitaire. Okay, again, any pop-ups that you see, any prompts, again, make sure you just follow those through, read through those, select whatever option, or the close or the X or whatever you need to do. Okay. And this is how you play. My new apprentice in Wordsworth. Tap cards to make words, make go. You see how this is like a word game and solitaire? Isn't that fun? Got it. Clear all the cards on the board to win. So look at that, 3 cards to go. Now let's make far. And then you hit submit. How fun is that? The draw pile gives you bonus letter cards. Make jug. Okay, J-U-G. Submit. So easy, right? The draw pile is extra. Use the blue cards to beat the goal. I like extras. Okay, let's see. Pat, R, Do I need to use the bonus letter? No. So maybe I'll do tap or apt. Either one works. Submit. And again, the bonus section is just bonus. So read or dear. You could do either one, right? No wrong answers, as long as it's an actual word. It doesn't matter how you put it, as long as it's a word, right? So again, this is like the word game and the card game. Okay, all right, just shut off the music so you can hear. So again, please unmute yourself and let's see what we can do for this game together. So do we need to use a bonus letter, or can we make a word with the letters that are there?
You can make a letter. P-A-S-S. Pass.
Okay, yep, pass. There's SPAS is right there as well, so that's good. I love it.
Space.
Okay, you earned a star. Earn stars by using high value cards in words. Yeah, some like O, E, and those vowels are only 1, but the consonants are worth more. So what's the next word?
Ooh.
P-O-L-O. Well,
Ooh, P-O-O-L.
Yeah, either one. Yeah, that's good. Cool. Loop.
Okay.
You know, yeah, that works as well.
Nope.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Nope.
Keep it simple, right? Yeah. So there you go. So we got 3 stars. We did
wow.
perfect. Yeah, we did perfect. Yeah. So let's continue. So we've played games from this developer before, so they're always a ton of fun. So yeah, if we go through locations, there's also other sections in the app, like extra in-game content, or there's other places, there's different other parts. This is the profile, so and pretty simple app to navigate. So let's do another one. All right. So what do you all think?
Bear.
There.
Yep, B-E-A-R, B-B-A-R-E, either one is fine.
Robe.
Robe. Robe.
P-A-T.
P-E-T, pet.
P-E-N,
P-E-N,
T-E-A. T-E-A-T.
Well, again, we want to use as least of the bonus letters as possible, but there's a word
Okay.
right there's a 4-letter word right here. What is it? I heard what you all said. Those are not wrong, but what's the 4-letter word that's right there, you guys?
Pent.
Yeah, pent.
Pent.
P-E-N-T.
Pent.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is that a word?
Okay.
Yes, like penthouse,
Oh,
pent,
yeah.
in that way. But yeah,
Oh.
you're pent up,
Okay.
So that just try to look at see what's
I
going
saw
on.
that, but I
And
didn't think that was a word.
yeah, well, we could always try, but hey, this is why we're doing this together. We learn, right? I love it. This is so fun. All right, so
Oh, gift.
one more.
Gift.
Gift.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That
gift.
was pretty easy, right?
Ran.
Ran.
Yeah. Now
You
look,
got
look for this.
Ate
I mean,
an
you
ear.
so yeah, you could do that. You could also do. I think.
Eat.
Let's see. I just want to see what happens if you try to do more one. Like maybe what happens with tier.
Tier.
So you can do 4-letter word, or look what happens if I do T-E-A-R. You see how the S uncovers and I can use it. Isn't that pretty cool?
Okay.
So just for when it gets, this is pretty easy, right? But when the levels get harder, that's what you can do. So so that way you can get, look, you see how you can do a 5-letter word instead of just like a 3 or 4.
Mhm.
Just showing, right?
And more
And then-
points.
And look, what's the last word right here?
A-R-E.
A-R-E,
Or
E-A-R,
air.
air, either one works,
Air.
which is great. So I love that. Isn't the
Oh,
game
okay.
so
Okay.
flexible, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed that game. Y'all like this game?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes,
Mhm.
fun.
Yep, it's a word and a card game. So you have to think of placement and words. So it really is a, a a work brain kind of game, and it leaves me very satisfied. I hope that you feel the same as well. Okay. So yes, thank you all so much. Our last game for today. Again, want to
Air.
make sure we go through these different ones. Yes, I love it. Love it. Maybe we'll do part 2 of this session. Maybe my tech will be working a little easier on us today, but our last game for today is going to be a trivia quiz knowledge game. So if you guys like Trivial Pursuit or any trivia quiz game shows, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, if you like trivia crack, that we played the first and second version of that game, which is really fun. Yeah, you can divide into several categories to challenge your knowledge. There's text, sound, and image questions. There's bonus and special events. So if you like Trivial Pursuits, this is very similar to that as well. So we're gonna go to the App Store and let's go to Trivia Quiz Knowledge. And you're gonna type that in, Trivia Quiz Knowledge. There's so many different trivia games, and you can play this with friends, families, kids, adults, seniors, anyone, right? It's so fun to learn. So this is Trivia Quiz Knowledge. And again, I'm going to copy the link. I'm going to post it here into the chat for you all. All right, you all. Yeah, I would love to do part 2. Maybe in May, we'll do part 2 of the session. Maybe some of the videos we weren't able to check out today, because one of them was going to be on the history of kind of Trivial Pursuit. But I'll say that for part 2 the next month, okay? So let's open this app, Trivia Quiz Knowledge. So get your thinking caps on, you guys. And then this is the warm up to our Travel Club trivia. There you go. Welcome to the game. So here's a welcome gift. Okay. You can skip ads if you want. They give free skip its. Okay. Okay, our app wants to stay free. Ads help support our business. Make sure you follow these prompts, okay? So hit continue, go to track, continue. Okay, let me go to the settings real quick. So again, you all can hear me, okay? And then, yeah, this is essentially the game. So you can, there's a login. I'm sure there's purposes for logging, signing up for an account, like for your profile, things of that nature, right? Well, let's just go into the game and let's see what it's about. So let's play. Okay, again, you all can unmute and share. We only have, I think, 30 seconds per question, or I think we have to answer the most in the least amount of time, but oh well. What was the nickname given to the first national flag of the Confederate States of America? Any takers?
Stars and Stripes.
Stars and Stripes.
Yep. No, it's the Stars and Bars.
Stars and
Okay.
Bars.
Okay, so it's per question. So yeah, the timer is here at the top. You see the bar going down. In which country, in American country, is Mexico City located? Brazil, Mexico, Cuba, or Colombia?
Mexico.
Mexico.
Yeah, good, good. Yeah, again, in the least amount of times we can get the most points.
Augusta.
Where? Yeah, in Masters tournament, Augusta. Let's see. Okay, good. So here's a free lifeline, I should say. You don't know the answer, switch the question. Cool. What name is given to a poem of 14 lines, which can come in Petrarchan or Shakespearean forms? This is,
14 lines.
I think it's a sonnet too. Anyone oppose? I think it's a sonnet myself. I think epics are longer. I think a villanelle and couplets are shorter.
Sonnet.
Let's see. I know that's right, Gracie. A bind is a group of what? Oh my goodness. We learned about kaleidoscope and butterflies, but we didn't learn this. This is interesting. A bind is a group of what?
Crows.
Crows. Okay. Yeah. It's salmon.
It's
Oh my
salmon.
goodness.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. Which of these is not a song from the musical My Fair Lady? Oh goodness. I don't know the answer to this one.
I could have danced all night.
Okay. Oh no, it's
No.
a man. Oh, this is the bonus. So what do we get the category? What's this? Oh, I think that's
This is-
science. Oh no, that's
Really
arts.
good.
That's arts.
Huh?
No, it's either. So this is the next question is worth double points. You got to make sure you read, through the whole screen. So we're gonna do arts. I don't want to watch an ad, but if you want to, we can switch. Or do you want to go with the arts for the bonus question?
Let me see what that is.
So
I'm
look at
gonna know that.
the wheel. So that one's arts. The orange one is sports. Science is green. So do you want to go for arts? You want to try?
Go ahead, can't lose anyway.
Okay. So this is what in the Bible did Jesus change his apostle Simon's name to? Thomas, Peter,
Peter.
Andrew, or James?
Peter.
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 Uh,
Yes, good job. So look at that. We got 3,400 points. I know that's right. We could multiply it if we watch an ad, the in-game currency, but let's just test to continue. So good job. Let's play one more time. So again, any kind of category. So one more time. What is a painting of inanimate objects called?
Any what?
Still
Still
alive.
life. Still life.
Still
Still
alive.
Hmm.
Okay.
That makes sense. Makes sense.
Okay, good job. You all got that right. How many furlongs is 1 mile?
Furlong.
Eight.
I don't
Furlongs.
know what a furlong
Eight.
is.
8.
8? Yes, I think it's 8. You learn about units I learned about units in high school and middle school. So that's where I remember this from. Let's go with 8.
Yeah, 8.
Let's see. I know that's right. Yes, good job, Miss Louise and Miss Brenda. Good job. Pope Francis is the first pope that comes from outside Europe in how many years? First
Yeah.
pope that comes from outside Europe. How many years since it's been?
Yeah.
Yeah.
25.
25.
Yeah, I was 12.
I said 25. I'm guessing.
Okay, I hear. Let's see. Oh no, see, whoever said 1,000 was right.
Who said 1,000?
No, I was just I didn't say it.
Well,
I
look.
didn't know it.
But yeah, I mean, we know something more. So it's been over 1,000 years.
Yeah,
pope
that's
from
what I
outside of
read.
Europe.
That's why I said it.
1,000
years.
1,000 years. That's what it said. I didn't.
Oh my goodness.
That's a long time.
Age to think out loud.
Oh, this middle one, it gets rid of 2 of them for you. Which country is called the land of fire and ice? Is it Cuba or Ireland?
Must be Iceland.
Iceland.
Ireland, I would say.
Oh my
Iceland.
goodness. I
Iceland.
hope. Yes, good job.
Mhm.
Okay, here's the image question. What is the name
Oh,
of this
Betty
house?
Davis. Betty Davis.
Yeah, Betty Davis.
I know that's right. Y'all did that so
Betty
fast. Which basketball team played at U.S. Airways Center in 2007? I don't know that. Where's Mr. Ronald? No.
Phoenix Suns. Phoenix
Phoenix
Suns.
Suns.
Planet for the astronaut.
No, the Suns.
The
The
astronaut 7.
Hmm.
Suns.
Just for fun, let's get rid of 2 of the answers and let's see what happens.
I show you Suns.
Sun says
Mhm.
sun.
You're right.
Good job.
Sun.
Yes. So let's see what our bonus is today. Okay, another arts
Yeah.
question. Okay, well let's see. That's I guess that's what's inspiring us today, some art. So let's see if we can get this bonus. We already have more than enough points. What was Casanova's first name?
Uh-oh.
Casanova.
I say Giacomo. I guess.
I'm guessing too. Giacomo.
Yeah, Giacomo.
All right.
That's
Let's,
enough.
let's
Hmm.
see. Hey, you guys are right. Giacomo.
Right.
Good. Good.
Yeah, so look at that. We got a gold test this time. So we got some, yeah, and let's, test to continue. So this is our summary. So we got new records, Yeah, we got 6 right answers. I know that's right. I love it. Oh, well, I hope you guys are having fun. Thanks.
Yeah, that was good. That was
Yeah, you can
Fun.
hit play, you can hit categories, you can choose a category if you want to play. There's even these special ones right here if you have one specifics, or you can do a challenge. And this is composed of 100 questions. And yeah, so this is challenge mode right here. So definitely try to check that out. But we may tackle this challenge mode one day too, which is a lot of fun. So yeah, that's this app, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Did you enjoy this app?
yeah,
Yeah.
that was fun.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So this is like Trivial Pursuit, but you know, something similar, and some different additions to it. So you have that challenge mode, and if you really are like a history buff or an art buff, you can really test yourself or even learn something new with it. Like for sports, I learn a lot because I'm not much of a sports fan in that way. So I learned a lot when I do that one. So thank you all so much. This was a lot of fun, and hope you all enjoyed. So for our last section for today is just our overview and discussion. So if you have any thoughts, any comments on the session today, please raise your hand. We'll have a few minutes to share. What is one new fact that you learned from the videos or the games or the trivia, the questions, just anything? What's one new thing that you learned today? What apps are you interested in trying out and why? And what are your favorite games in general and why? We may play some of those together next time we have a games session. So maybe favorite games today, favorite games in the past of all time. Any thoughts or reactions to the session today? Please raise your hand in Zoom, and we love to hear from you. But don't forget, at 12 o'clock, we have our trip and session on Mount Everest at 12, and we are going to have Jordan, and we're going to learn about email today at 1:30. Okay, so we'll go with the hands first, but if you just would like to unmute, we can do that too. So thank you, Denise, so much. What would you like to share?
Yeah, I like a lot of board games, but my favorite game I play every day is Phase 10, Spades, and Cookie Jam.
Oh, okay. I love all the variety of those. So I like those match 3 games, and yeah, those card games are so fun. So thank you so much for sharing.
And also checkers.
Oh yeah, checkers is a ton of fun. There's so many apps for that on the iPad too. So
Yeah.
I'm glad you like those. Thank you so much for sharing, Denise. Mm-hmm. I guess you can unmute and share just any thoughts on the session today. What did you like? What was your favorite game or app, or which one do you want to try out? Any thoughts? You can unmute yourself and share. I really enjoy the trivia. I've never heard of the word and card game before, Wordscape Solitaire. That was so fun. I never played something like that before, so that was so fun. I learned a lot, researching for this game session because there's so many games out there. Okay, we got Miss Brenda first, and then Geraldine.
I like word games. I like Scrabble. I like doing the puzzles. I mean, I played cards, and I like bingo, but I like that for money. I remember I used to go to Wason's Corner. I don't know if it's still open, but yeah, I used to go to Wason's Corner and Bingo World, and those were the good old days. So play it on my iPad or my computer. So, but yeah, I enjoy word games. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Brenna. I hope you enjoyed today. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it was good.
We got Geraldine next. Thank you for sharing. Oh yeah, Geraldine, you got to unmute yourself.
Oh, I got to unmute. I had never heard of Yahtzee before today. That's interesting.
Really? Oh my goodness.
I had never heard of it. And I like Trivia Pursuits. I like the games where you have to test your knowledge. I like that. I like trivia, so I like that.
Oh, well, you caught on to Yahtzee really quick, Geraldine. So yeah, that's a timeless staple in a lot of households. So check it out and play with others, and I never knew about Yardzy, like the real life big old dice version. That seems really fun too. So,
Yeah,
I'm glad that you enjoyed. Thank you so much for your
thank you.
participation today. All right, and then I think we had Miss Marie. Did you want to share any thoughts or comments on the session today? What you enjoyed, something new
I
that you
didn't
learned?
I didn't know that bingo was played in the Catholic Church. And I've been Catholic all my life. But I remember as a little girl, my mother going to bingo and they playing bingo for flour and different cooking things. So yeah, I learned a lot about bingo.
Oh, I love that, Miss Marie. Yes, I learned about that too, and it just made all the pieces of the puzzle come together in my head about how it came to
Yes,
be. So
yes.
it definitely enlightened me on that. So I appreciate you sharing that. Thank you so much. Any other last thoughts, comments for the session today before we end for a small break? Hey, Louise. Thanks so much.
I never played games a lot when we were kids like that, these games, but I've never heard of Yaki before.
Yeah, Yahtzee. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I hear of domino where you put the dice and put the thing together. But this is the first time I heard of Yaki.
I'm so surprised. I've been playing it since I was a kid myself, so I thought, I knew it had a rich history to it. I thought not everyone, but that's just so surprising. So I'm glad I was able to bring that to you all. I've been playing it for years and years, and it's a ton of fun. So I'm glad you were able to learn about that today. Make sure you download that app.
Yeah.
Play it with your family. That would be a lot of fun. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay, and Miss Denise, just I think we'll end with you today. But
I wanted to say, the bingo you could play online for money. Have you ever played that?
Well, again, I've used tech. I've had my phone 10 years, computers 20 years. So I've tried a lot of different things. So for me, that's not up to my speed, and of course, I'm not going to encourage any gambling and that sort. But it definitely exists, and there online. There's a lot of things that you can do, like betting, things of that nature. So it's out there. But
because the guys play the sports online and get paid. So the games,
it's internet. The internet, there's a lot of things and online, and technology has just been so changed so much. So yes, there's, of course, it's out there, and it's up to you to check it out. Okay.
Right. Okay.
All right. And then okay, I got you, Brenda. All right, and then we got to end for today. But any thoughts, any comments? Thank you so much for participating today.
Well, I just wanted to address Denise. I've seen the money games for bingo, but I don't trust those sites because a lot of times they're asking you to make a deposit to play. And I want to win. I don't want to deposit anything. So.
Well, it does work. It does work like that sometimes. You gotta sometimes some are paid. You gotta pay to play. Like So, but that's how it is. You gotta, that's how, a lot of tournaments, you gotta, you may gotta, and just in real life, you gotta think about it. They gotta make their money. So if you win, if you don't, so that's how it does work. So I'm not saying don't be scared by that or anything, but that's just how it works, because you gotta input money, or but that's how the betting works too. That's folks, they bet the money, so they got to put their money in, which is the same idea. And then if they win, great. If they don't, that's the loss. So that's that can get out of hand. In a lot of ways. That's why they got a lot of help for that and too. But yes, that's how it works. So that's the way the site can make their money, because the chances of a huge they have that. It's a lot to it, but essentially, yes, that's how it works, and and that's what I will say, because I don't do it myself, so I know some folks that do though, so I know they do, but that's not up to my speed.
And well, Miss Marie was saying that when her mom or whoever was going to the church, Catholic church, I used to go to the Catholic church as well, but they started, the prizes were money. So I don't recall when they were playing to give out I guess, cooking items. She said like flour and, stuff like that. So,
well, all
been a
places do
long time
different
ago.
things. Yeah, all places do different things. So, I'm
Yeah.
sure from, not 100 years ago, but from 100 years to today, those things. So, my friend goes to the ones where they hand out household items, but originally it was for like fundraising for the church way back when it first started, and then it turned into that. So, I'm sure there are many different ones that still happen today for fundraising for household items for that, which I'm sure that happens here in DC. So and other places too, besides the ones that my friends go to. So yeah, check it out.
Okay, thank you.
My pleasure, Brenda. Thank you so much for sharing. Yeah, there's so much, just like DC, where it's such a hot pot of culture and info and togetherness. So I'm sure there's so many different kinds of everything. Okay. But it was a pleasure to present for you all today and to create this session, and definitely inspired me for some future game sessions together as well. So thank you all so much. Make sure you check us out at 12 o'clock for our travel club and our module on email at 1:30, which is always very, very, very helpful for a lot of folks and myself too. I'll see you all soon. I hope you enjoy the rest of your morning. I'll see you at the beginning of the afternoon.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you all soon, okay?
Okay.
Have a great day. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Alex, but
My
I
pleasure.
really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you,
What
Ms.
a blessing.
Dolores. You all as well. Thank you.